Hey guys, Midget here, bringing you another episode of my Derby career mode. Here we get straight into the game against Barcelona. You might be thinking, why the hell am I playing Barcelona? But we're playing Barcelona basically for the only fact that it's a Super Cup, and, I wasn't coming confident. I was definitely the underdog in this game, Barcelona with the likes of Messi and, people on that level, and then there's us with people like Barkley and Hart and people on that level, so you can see there's a clear gap in class between us. But that wasn't to let us down. In the 5th minute we were considered the underdog, so I knew Barcelona would take us lightly, but we were not to be taken lightly. In the 5th minute, Barkley chips it over to Russell chips over to Barkley, and he opens his goal scoring tally for Derby on screen, because I did unluckily play 3 games before this, because I was a muppet and didn't record. So basically Barkley's already scored 2 because he scored in the games before, and I'm going to show you them games just after this episode, in the middle of the next game and this game. But first of all, in the 9th minute, Martin doubles our lead for high class mistakes for players like Barcelona, and players of their caliber. They were absolutely awful mistakes, and that allowed Martin to get through and perfectly slot it and curl it past the running out Valdez. But in the 15th minute, things were going to get even worse for Barcelona, as Barkley struck an absolutely screamer from outside the box into into the net, and he's going for a hat-trick in this game. I could just tell I was going to score a hat-trick with him, but voila, you'd never know until you actually eventually see it. But that is a really nice goal, and I don't know what the hell Valdez was doing there. And since it was a really nice goal, I decided to show you the sliders and show you that I'm not actually using any advanced sliders. It was just, you could say Barcelona didn't turn up, or they took us too easily, but anyway, in the 80th minute, I think that's Baker, he hits the ball out to Barkley. Barkley rolls it through to Russell. Russell passes it to Martin, who does a little nice heel-to-heel flick and forwards it to Russell. But in the 20th minute, Russell finessed it past Valdez. We're 4-0 up against Barcelona. That was to complete the route. So now, you can probably tell why this title is so, it's like, I don't know what I'm going to call this thingy, but it's like insane, the most insane game ever or something along those lines. But you can tell why. Derby County 4-0 against Barcelona in the first 20 minutes. This could have been my most high-scoring game, but in the 40th minute, Alexis Sanchez, shot got saved by Hart, and that was pretty much the only chance of Barcelona in the half, except this one. Sergio Busquets rolls it through to Messi, but Hart does an absolute kung fu kick at Messi, and he gets sent off. So this is an absolutely, utterly crazy game, wouldn't you say? 4-0 in the first 20 minutes for the underdogs, yet we get a red card. So could this turn the whole game upside down and make us go, make an absolutely out-of-the-world comeback for Barcelona? You'd never know until you watch the video. But here I was looking who to replace, and I thought Brady, because Doran was having quite a good game. I was going to initially replace Doran, but, I was like, Brady or Doran. And then I eventually chose Brady, because obviously he was having a really good game, and I was kind of scared to put in Jack Butland, because 73 rated keeper versus their 94 rated striker, or maybe he's even grown, so he's probably like 95, but I guess he's 94. I was really scared. There you again see Hart's kung fu kick, but then look at this penalty. Look where Butland stands. I was like, what you doing, Butland? This game was literally crazy. So straight away I went back into the middle, and then I jumped to the right. But I should have stayed there, because basically he would have saved it practically. So, Butland, why are you trolling me so much, Butland? But Jack Butland couldn't keep it out, and, Barcelona 1 goal to the good now, and all their shots were on target. But in the 52nd minute, we tackle Messi wrongly, and it could have been, just a yellow card, but instead Alexis Sanchez, I think that is, carries on going, and eventually slides it past Butland, and then you see why he's not it's Christian Teo, I think. Now looking back at it, but it might be Butland, it might be Sanchez. Just a little pass, and it got past Butland. This is why I don't want him to be our first team keeper. But then again, Hart making too much mistakes, so I don't know what to do. But here, you see that, I think it's Fabregas, he goes mentally when he scores. He just what's the word for it? He restores Barcelona's hopes, of coming back into this game with an absolute smack into the back of the net. and it's 3-4. This is absolutely insane, wouldn't you think? But I was just slagging off Sergio Busquets, and he almost scored here, but Butland performed an absolutely amazing save, for a keeper of his ratings. But in the 85th minute, Barcelona could come back from a set piece, and that's exactly what happens when Sergio Busquets makes a fool out of Jack Butland, which he's going in the process of from hero to zero in that moment, because he made an absolutely insane save to deny Busquets, and then you're going to see what the hell he did there. Come on, look at that. That's going at what? That's going at 0.1 mile per hour, and it went in. But that's how the game ended. It ended 4-4. So it's an absolutely insane game, and all Barcelona's shots were on target. And again, Messi rounds Jack Butland to put Barcelona at 5-4, and that was absolutely. Imagine that comeback in real life. That would have been absolutely insane. But then in the 109th minute, Russell rolls it through to Martin. He gets past the left back, and fires it into the back of the net and restores, the game at 5-5. What an insane game this is, and that is an absolutely cracking finish from Martin into the top right corner of the net. But that's how the game finishes, and we eventually go into the penalty, so I just decided to put up my team here. And, I was kind of not confident, but they scored their first penalty, but so did we. And, it went from here, Pedro missed, so I think it's Sanchez that missed, but Russell scored. And he went on for Messi, that guy, but he scored. And we missed through Bolly, but they missed through Piqué, and Rio again gets saved, and I think that's Pedro scores, but Melanda scores also, and Mascherano's shot gets saved, and Klein to win us the game scores, and you're going to see it really sped up here, because I just didn't know what to do. It's really sped up, but you can see how much this means to the lads, and that's another silverware for this season. So already in 2 seasons we've got 3 silverwares, the Champions League, Europa League, the Premier League, and the Super Cup now. So I would never ever get sacked by Derby. If anything, I'm their best manager. But just before I show you the games here, oh damn it, I showed you it, so you're going to see it again in a minute. You're going to see it now. So we drew to Liverpool, but we lost on penalties 5-4. We won QPR 1-0, and we won Newcastle 4-1. So again, the game that produced a lot of goals, but in this game, Aston Villa game, I changed the lineup completely. Basically, there was still a few first team players in there, but most of them were not, because they were low on fitness from the midweek game Super Cup bit. So I was kind of wary, because I love Max Cruz. I played with him on seasons, and he's absolute god. He scored 17 goals in 10 games for me, because he plays for Germany and Borussia Mönchengladbach. But I play for Germany, on seasons. I play with Germany, and he scores 17 goals in 10 games. But in the 5th minute, what the hell are you doing? Max Cruz opens the scoring. I just been talking about how good he is, and he's just showed Villa that he can score quite easy goals, but I guess the vital goals, you need to be clinical in a game like this. So, but I was really frustrated at Joe Hart. Yes, I did bring him out, but there was no reason to do that. You could have tackled him like you did to Messi, but obviously got a bit scared after that, so he, just did a Neuer versus Inter, if you remember that goal by Jan Stankovic. It's in the 53rd minute, second, and it's a volley from like halfway. But sorry, that was a bit out of the order there. No, it wasn't, sorry. But in the 47th minute, Cruz could double the lead, but brilliantly saved by Joe Hart, and again we go on the break here. But in the 58th minute, the ball flies to Klein. He crosses one in, which is an absolute god ball, but Barkley's shot gets saved by the Spanish keeper, and his rebound couldn't find the back of the net either. But in the 74th minute, Adrian, the master of his own downfall, kicks the ball out terribly to Barkley, and he chips it over to Martin, and Martin's not gonna miss from there. He restores the hope in the Derby fans' eyes, as we could go top of the league if we win this game. So, we really want to go top of the league. We do not want to draw. So, he restores us the, thingy there. But that's how the game ends. I'm just going to show you the absolute stats there. I did not deserve to lose. I had 3 more shots on target than them. I had, over what they have, over twice as much shots. So I was really disappointed to get only a point out of that game, but I'm still in the top 4. I'm currently 4th, so it's not that bad. But here, guys, I'll just show you the end of the transfer window. And I think the best signing was Neymar to but Chelsea for 40 million. But that's what I wanted to show to Monaco, because I knew Monaco money horse, but they said no. 40 million for Luke Shaw is a bit too much. But again, you saw their Neymar to Chelsea 40 million. That was basically the best. And I know that Marcelo went somewhere, but I don't know where. But we simulate the Poland games when we win the first one 2-0 through Sobia and whoever the cam was. I'm not sure, but this game, we were ended 1-1 with Switzerland. But that's basically it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, make sure to give it a like, and yes, so this is Midget, and I'm going to see you guys next time.